I'm Mel Robbins. I'm a New York Times bestselling author, host of the #1 ranked education podcast in the entire world. Just looked on Apple this morning, #1. But that's not what we're talking about. What you and I are going to talk about today is your big, beautiful life. You were born and you are here and you are watching this with me, your friend Mel Robbins, right now because you have a big, beautiful life. And your big, beautiful life is just waiting patiently for you to wake up and realize that it's time to trust yourself. It's time to just open your arms and fall into your life. That all of the hesitating and the gripping and the overthinking and the questioning, it is robbing you of the magic, the possibility, the opportunities, and the meaning in your life. I so believe this, that really capturing everything that you're meant to experience in your life will happen the second that you are willing to trust yourself, to trust your instincts, to make decisions that really work for you. I'm going to tell you a quick story real quick. And, for those of you that are asking me, there is a free training going on right now. You can sign up right here. Training number 2 is live. If you're like, training number 2, what's that? Just click there and you can jump into it. There's more than 250,000 students in it around the world. But I want to share a quick story with you. So this past week, I was doing college tours with our son, Oakley, who is a junior in high school. And it was a really interesting experience because as we would be touring colleges and we'd be in these big groups, with parents and kids, and you're going on these tours, Oakley would turn around and, he was walking in front of me and he'd turn around and he'd go, "What do you think? What do you think?" He's looking for my opinion about the school we're turning. And I would say to him, "Dude, it doesn't matter what I think because I'm not the one going to school here. What do you think? What do you think?" And over the course of the week, it was really interesting because I started to notice how quickly Oakley could assess whether or not he could see or feel himself at that school, right? And he was starting to trust what his life and his energy and his inner compass was telling him. In fact, by the end of the week, we went to one orientation and we were there for 5 minutes, and Oak kind of nudged me and he was like, hard no, hard no. And so we finished the orientation and we left because we weren't going to waste our time on the tour. And Oak said to me, "I didn't like that school at all. It was not at all for me, but I'll tell you what I did like about them. They separated the parents from the students when they took them off on the tours right now. And that's the first school that's done that." And he said, "It made me realize how much, Mom, I've been looking at you and Dad and everybody else around me for some sort of direction and approval for the decision that I know deep in my gut is the one that I need to make." And so what I'm here to tell you today is that your life is waiting for you to trust, fall into it. Your life will change the moment you have this wake up and you realize that you've got everything you need right in here. You just have to start to tune out your parents. It doesn't matter what Mel Robbins thinks. It doesn't matter what your parents think. It doesn't matter what your spouse thinks. You know what is right for you. You really do. So you got to lean into it. You got to start trusting yourself. That's an act of courage. And it's also a moment when you take control. And ultimately, that's what I want you to do. I want you to take control of your life. I want you to take control of your decisions. I want you to tune out everybody else on this tour that you're walking on right now. Like, think about the fact that right now, as you're going through your life, you're surrounded by other people, just like Oakley was surrounded by other people on this tour. But you're the one that has to be able to hear what your wisdom is telling you. And you're also the one that has to have the courage to just fall in to what you know is right for you. And it's a really simple story, this story about Oakley, but it's an important thing to consider. Because I think we all know when you go and you look at colleges or university or secondary school or a master's program or a technical institution, right? You are making a conscious decision to change your life. You are making a conscious decision to take control of what happens next. And you are allowing yourself to step into the future as you are touring a college or touring a technical school or considering your options. You are allowing yourself to fully step into the what if, to allow your life to embrace you with open arms, and for you to try on that decision and actually attune it to what feels right for you. And it's not something that we do often as adults, that we make decision. And so what I want you to do, and I see a lot of you really resonating with this story. I just knew what the right school was for me. My daughter thought she wanted to be somewhere else, but I knew she was supposed to be somewhere and it was the right decision. What I want you to take away from this is that your life has something magical that you and only you can discover. And the only way that you're going to discover what your life has in store for you is when you find the courage to start making decisions that feel right for you. Instead of consulting everybody else, instead of worrying about what everybody else, I mean, wouldn't you love to not waste another year of your life? Wouldn't you love to stop wasting time over analyzing everything? Wouldn't you love to finally just get on with it and take control of what happens next, your destiny, your magic? You know, one of the reasons why I think a lot of us feel so tight in our chest and we breathe so shallow is we keep everything we want trapped in here. And when you trust fall into your life, and when you lean into your decisions, and when you tap into greater courage, you release all of that truth, all of that self-expression that you've been holding in. Like that moment on the college tour where Oakley turned and was like, "What do you think, Mom?" Looking for my opinion, looking for what I believed. That's not how you're going to unlock the magic for you. You got to tune that tendency out, and you got to fall into your own instincts. And I see a bunch of going, but how do I gain the trust back? How do I do that? I can teach you how to do that, no problem. In fact, I do want to teach you how to do that, because it's a skill to learn how to first hear what your instincts are telling you, and then it's an act of courage to lean into it. And one of the best things that you could do in terms of a trust fall into life is, if you have not already signed up for my free 3-part, all new, zero cost, research-backed training, just go right here. Go right here and get yourself in it. The second you sign up, go to melrobbins.com/take control. Instructions are right there. You're in. You will be able to access 2 hours of all new content. Look at how cool this looks, everybody. This is the landing page. This is the first video. The first video is where you start to get quiet and where I teach you how to tune into that inner compass, how to read the energy. You know, I was explaining that when we were on these college tours, Oakley got to the point because he was giving himself permission to be honest with himself, to hear and feel his own wisdom, that by the end of the week, after looking at 6 or 7 schools, he could go, nope, or I see myself here, absolutely see myself here. That was driven completely by what he was reading internally. And so the first video that you're going to watch is the science around getting clear, because you need clarity if you're going to take control of your life. You need clarity if you're going to trust fall into the life and unlock the magic that's there for you. Then the second video comes, and this one's even cooler. The second video, which you're going to be able to watch today if you register for this, is where I bring in what's called systems thinking models. And that's something that I use in my coaching practice with CEOs and Fortune 500 leadership teams. It's all around understanding how you process information. And I'm going to do 2 visual exercises in this video, which is just waiting for you. All free, brand new content, 0 cost for you. It is 2 visual models where I'm going to show you that one of the reasons why you're stuck is you're attacking the process of changing your life and creating success in exactly the opposite way that you should. And then I'm going to use a second model using building blocks to show you the way that you think. You are either a, what I call, box stepper, or you are a box jumper. And this revelation, when you see these things, will blow your mind. In fact, I want to read to you, and the instructions for registering for this free 0 cost training, my gift to you, is right down there. Right down there. Or you can just do it the old-fashioned way. Go to your browser and type in melrobbins.com/take control. I want to read something to you. After Training 2, Kim wrote, and Training 2 just released, so get in there. You do not want to miss this. Kim wrote, "Oh my gosh, Mel, I'm a path layer. I never knew it. I now see exactly why I'm stuck. This is so brilliant. I cannot wait for training number 3. I cannot believe this is free, Mel." Robin says, "Holy smokes, Mel. I am a path jumper, a box jumper. Spinning comes so naturally for me." Brenda says, "I'm a path stepper. Holy cow. Trusting myself is always the issue. That is always what I'm thinking, and it stops me from jumping ahead. I overthink because I have to go step by step by step." Training 2, literally. Jacqueline writes, "I'm fascinated by the blue water, Mel, and the block analogy that you just taught to me in training number 2. It was like a light bulb went off in my head. I am a box stepper. It's how I live my life. I'm very analytical. I go step by step, and then life gets in the way, and I stop moving, and then projects never get completed, and I wonder what's wrong. Nothing's wrong. I now understand how I work, so I can work around it." Michael said, "This is my first time, Mel, to encounter a free training that doesn't just tease to try to get me to buy a course. Look, I know there's a training 3. I know that you're going to follow through, but I think simply training 1 and everything that you've provided in training 1, this is exceptional. And I can't afford a paid course right now. And so you have allowed me with this free program to make improvement within my reach." And it's one of the reasons why I do this course for free every year. I create a new course every year as a thank you to everybody that follows me, because I know a lot of you are struggling and you can't afford to pay for a course. You can't afford, some of you, to even buy a book. And tons and tons and tons of you are asking me, "Can I hire you to coach me, Mel? Mel, when do you coach?" We only do a coaching program once a year. And so that's not, even something right now that you can do today. But the thing is that you deserve to have these insights. You deserve to see whether or not you are a path layer, a box stepper, or a box jumper. And I love this. Wow, watch the video today. The blue water got me, Mel. I know where I am and where I want to be, but I don't see all the stepping blocks. Holy cow, I can't wait for the 3rd video. I can't wait for the 3rd video because you know that there's going to be a tremendous amount of value in it. And so here you go. This is where you sign up. I want to give you, here's one, Dilecia from Sri Lanka. Oh my God, I can't even speak today. Sri Lanka. I can't talk. I'm sorry. I need more hydration. Oh, I see that. And I see Madi, also from the same place. I love how you explain things. It was fun and educational at the same time. I actually took the first step in starting to do something that I love while watching the video. I also want to remind you that Training 2 has all of the same exercises in the workbook that comes with this. 21 pages of material. Just for you. As you know, Training video 1 has 7 pages of you learning how to get clear, how to hear your inner wisdom, how to understand what is sucking your energy dry and what direction you need to head in. And then we get to training number 2, which just released. And in training number 2, we walk through the first exercise where I use blue water, a pitcher of blue water, to demonstrate why you need to fundamentally change your approach to your day-to-day life. The second thing we do is we then we ask you a little quiz. There you go. This is a little quiz in here. It's on page 13 and 14 of your book. Then we ask you to tally up your answers, and we help you define whether or not you're a box jumper or a box stepper. And when you tend to be one or the other, it's your superpower. And when you can see it, and so many of you are writing that, holy cow, Mel, nobody's ever explained this to me before in terms of how my mind works and why this keeps me stuck and how it's actually a superpower. And I see so many of you who have completed it saying, this has been life-changing. That especially video number 1 made you cry because it made you realize what's actually going on. Video number 2 blew your mind because it revealed so much to you in such a simple visual way. Yes, this is free. People are asking, how is this free? How is this free? Well, it's free because you have supported me in so many other areas. So we took 6 weeks to create something incredible for where you are. I see Stephen just watched the second video. I'd love to know what you think about the second video. And that's why, because I think everybody should have access to world-class, research-backed, entertaining, and tactical tools that help you take control of your life. And that's what this 3-part course is. And not everybody can hire me to be their coach. Not everybody gets to be in the audience when I deliver a keynote address. And so I wanted to make something other than a TikTok video or a YouTube video or something that just kind of gets you aware. I wanted to create a program that you could take for free because you deserve that in your life. And look, I can create these programs, but let's tell the truth here. I can't do the program for you. This gets back to this trust falling into your life. That you have to make a decision that you are tired of just surviving. You have to make a decision that you're tired of feeling discouraged. You have to make a decision that even though you're successful, you want to make more money. That, you know, I was just talking to a friend of mine who was saying a year ago she was in a mastermind group and she said, I am going to set this crazy goal for myself. In my heart, I want to make next month as much money as I made all year last year. I want to make as much money next month as I made in my business all year next year. And what's interesting about declaring something like that, she had no idea how she was going to do it, is that everybody around the table, the majority of the people are like, how are you going to do that? What about this? How much did you make? And they started questioning it, right? Questioning. Are you sure you want to do that? You need a runway 1 month from now. And finally, one person sitting at that table said, would all of you just shut up? She's going to do it. How about you encourage her? And you need your instincts to be the ones going, hey, how about you all shut up? Go do that thing. That thing that's in your heart, go do that thing. That's what your instincts are trying to tell you. Fall into your life. Stop turning around and going, what do you think? What do you think I should do? Who cares what anybody else thinks? You have to be able to listen to your intuition as if it's saying, everybody else just shut up and go do that thing you want to go do. That's what you need. That is what you need, period. Let me see what else I got, because your life is waiting for you. Your life wants you to succeed. Your life wants you to win. Your life wants you to discover the magic that is encoded in your DNA, the reason why you're born. And the only way you can unlock it, it's sort of like how all these movies about treasure, whether it's Indiana Jones or I'm trying to think of some of the other like big treasure hunting movies. I love those kinds of things. The ones that Nicolas Cage was in, they always look for a map and a key. It's all right in here. It's all right in here. Your life is just waiting for you to trust yourself, waiting for you to find the courage to make the decisions that you know are going to change your life. Your life is waiting for you to place a bet on yourself, to lean into it. I see so many of you talking about video number 2 in this training. It is like mind-blowing. It's one of the best things I've ever put out, and it is at zero cost. And I see people arguing with me. I have no magic in my DNA. Who is that talking? That's like the peanut gallery talking. That's not you. That is not your intuition. You don't believe that. Don't even write that. You do not believe that. I do not believe that. Period. Stop. Just stop telling that story. Stop it. And if you want to believe that, you should probably go listen to somebody that doesn't believe in you, because I believe in you. I believe that there is magic in your DNA. I believe that's why you're here. And I believe that you are supposed to figure it out. And how are you going to do it? How? You're going to start learning to trust yourself. You're going to lean into your life. You're going to believe that there is something extraordinary that is waiting for you in the future, because there is. There is. And if you have not seen training number 2, you better get in it. Look at all the comments of everybody talking about, oh my gosh, when Mel pulled out the blue water in the pitcher and she did that thing at the very beginning of video training number 2 in her new program, Take Control with Mel Robbins. What is going on? The woman just gave me a lobotomy. I am going to think differently. This is absolutely incredible. And so here's the other thing I want to comment about. I see a lot of you now saying, yes, my life is a gift. I got to find it. No, you don't. The gift is right there. You need to unwrap it. And that means you got to lean toward it. And you got to pull on the bow. And you got to untie some things that are making you feel a little too tight. And then you got to take off the wrapping and see what's inside. It's all about just unwrapping it and seeing the fact that it's right in front of you. That's what we're talking about today. So how many of you, actually I'm going to talk to you individually. What would trusting yourself look like? Let's say it again. What would trusting yourself look like? Yep. Yep. Excellent. Excellent. Trusting yourself would look like saying what's on your mind, making a decision very quickly, putting on whatever you felt like wearing first thing in the morning. It would look as though you have no self-doubt. It would feel as though you could do anything. It would bring emotional peace, because I wouldn't be spending so much energy stirring up doubt in my mind. I see some of you writing, I don't have a clue, because I've actually never trusted myself. Trusting myself would look like not caring or considering other people's opinions, not second guessing myself. Do you know how much time you waste of your life second guessing yourself? Aren't you tired of that? Aren't you tired of spending hours just overthinking what happened or what you're going to do or what you're going to watch tonight or whether or not you're going to do this or do that? You are wasting so much energy, so much of your life. Wouldn't it be great to get to a point like Oakley got at the end of last week, where within 5 minutes of listening to an orientation, he's like, nope, hard no, going to pass on this school. Just know it's not right for me. Doesn't matter what they say in the tour, not going to waste my time. Doesn't matter what you think, Mom, not going to waste my time. It would be incredible, wouldn't it? For you to trust fall into your life like that? For you to start to really hear what you're telling yourself and actually move in that direction? If you're tired, you gotta take control. You gotta jump into this free training. It only comes around once a year. You can watch it on your own time. And it comes with a 21-page workbook. Yeah, trusting yourself would mean no procrastinating. It would mean bolder decisions. It would mean more peace. Completely. And for those of you that have already jumped in and watched Training 1 and Training 2 of the Take Control course, please share the URL with people radically, generously, because this is something everybody deserves to have access to. And I need your help in making sure that the people in your life, whether it's people at work or your family members, this is rated PG, so your kids can take it. But the main thing I wanted to pour into you today is that your life is waiting for you to place a bet on yourself. Whatever it is that you've been overthinking, whatever it is that you've been doubting, your life is waiting with open arms for you to just fall forward right into it. And it's going to catch you. And it's high time that you spend more of your energy on things that give you energy back. That you spend more time with people who are encouraging you and supporting you in moving forward instead of questioning, wait, when are you going to do that? How are you going to do that? What's going on? Why? Who needs that kind of energy drain in their life? Not you. And when you make a decision that you are going to take control of your life, everything changes. Because by saying, hey, whatever happens in the past has happened in the past, but what happens in the future is up to me. And I'm going to take that very, very seriously. You know, I want to address some things from training number 1. Again, you can jump into my free training. It's going on right now. Video 1, Video 2, and the 21-page workbook, which is right here. It is there for you at zero cost. Just sign up at melrobbins.com/takecontrol. You'll be joining more than 250,000 students around the world. A lot of you who have taken training number 1, holy cow, I understand that by knowing the things that I cannot control, Mel, I can have more clarity, fulfillment, and happiness in life. Tatiana says, I've been overthinking and procrastinating for too long. And I watched training 1 today, and I had tears in my eyes because it was so spot on with how much my life is draining my life force, and I got to do something about it. But more importantly, training number 2 is going to kick you in the panties, everybody. Kim said it's brilliant. So freaking brilliant. Robin said that I am a box jumper. Everything is so unbelievably clear. You guys, training number 3 releases on Thursday. You do not want to miss, is it? No, it releases Wednesday. It releases Wednesday. You do not want to miss this. So you can jump in right there. Share this training with absolutely everything that you know, because training 3, the last training, comes out on Wednesday. This is my gift to you. I'm so happy you made your 16-year-old do it. They will thank you for it, even though they grumbled. Kim says, does anybody else have anxiety thinking about a huge change? That is normal. That is normal. In fact, I personally think that when the alarm or the nerves or anxiety comes up when you merely start thinking about going back to school or thinking about moving or thinking about ending something or beginning something, that wave that comes up is actually a sign that you should do it. Because there's a huge difference between clarity and the pull that you feel. That thing that you're thinking about is pulling you toward it, isn't it? That's why you keep thinking about it. And then what happens, because it would require change, is your body is going to fight the change. And so the fear is very natural. And that wall of fear that you're starting to feel, it doesn't mean no. It typically means yes. And so you're going to have to push through it. You're going to have to walk across that bridge of change from where you are in the direction of that thing you keep thinking about that's pulling you. And one of the cool things too, by the way, about video number 3 in this training is that you're going to leave this training with all the insight and 21 pages of workbook exercises and a bunch of mental researched frameworks that you can help understand yourself better, kind of with these frameworks that I teach you in video 2 and video 3. You will have a deeply personalized set of insights and a deeply personalized path forward, which is one of the other things that I'm really proud of. Our team spent 6 weeks creating this for you. Everybody on my team is working on this for the next week and supporting you. And so I'm very proud to be able to offer this to you at zero cost because of how successful our podcast has been, how successful I've been in the publishing business. This is something I can do as a thank you to you that I do every single year. And so I'm so thrilled that you're here taking this one with us. I'm thrilled that you're sharing it. I'm thrilled that you're sharing all your insights. And I just want to remind you, you have a big and beautiful life that is waiting for you to wake up and trust fall into it. You have a big and beautiful life full of magic and possibility and fulfillment and connection and energy and joy and laughter and sadness and all of it. Just pure magic. And your life is waiting for you to start trusting yourself, that you deserve it, that you need to start listening to yourself, that you know what's right for you. And it's time for you to find the courage to start believing it and acting on it too. Now, one last time, I'm going to tell you, it's melrobbins.com/take control. And the second that you sign up, you'll get an email. Give me 10 minutes to get it to you. And in it will be an email that links to the training, that links to the workbook that you download, and we will email you again when video 3 is live. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for trusting me and trust falling into Take Control with Mel Robbins. And in case nobody else tells you, I want to be sure to tell you that I love you. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to take control of your life, to start trusting yourself, and to find the courage to open your arms and to fall into your life. Because your life is big and beautiful and full of magic, and it needs you to trust fall into it.